Welcome back to my channel. This is Dave Lowe from Get Some Colour in Your Life. This video we're going to be doing a simple watercolour painting, and this image actually I took from Pixabay. So if you're not familiar with what Pixabay is, it's a free site. It's actually an app that you can get on your phone, either Android or Apple. And there's lots of different images on there that you can use as an artist. Free, completely copyright free. There's no contributions required. And if so, then it will stay on the photograph itself. So that's where I'm taking my reference from. That's where I've took the reference from this painting. Just a loose impression of the photograph. So there's quite a lot of details on the photo, but I want to simplify as always, make things nice and simple. I want the contrasting colours. It's a really nice scene, so I just want to get that simplified as much as I can. So for this painting this week, I'm using Bockingford Rough, and it's £140 paper. I'm using my Winsor & Newton watercolour palette. Just wanted to be more familiar with the paint itself, so I'm using that palette, which I've had for the longest time. Not that I've had it for the longest time, but the palette that I've had for the longest. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I'm just going to simplify the scene. Now you can see I'm just adding some darker, richer, thicker tones to the mountain ridge. So I want to get those serrations going on as I come down the mountain, and then just knock back some of that colour, just add some water to soften some of the areas. Again, with watercolour, it's nice to have some strong edges, and then some soft sort of disappearing edges, some light edges and some dark. So I'm just going to use all the different sort of techniques. A lot of wet in wet, and I do like to put colour down and let the colours mix on the paper. So I'll be doing that throughout. And for this video, I'm just going to try and keep things really simple. And if you are new to my channel, then please do leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up, and also if you do like this sort of painting, then please feel free to subscribe. I do like to paint each and every week, so I choose Monday to my for my schedule to upload more videos. So I've got a few ideas in the pipeline. So I'm going to be in and out. I'll be discussing a few things as I'm doing them, but for now I'm just going to have some music, and then I'll probably cut in and wrap up towards the end. As you can see, I'm not being too careful around the building itself. I do like to paint buildings and architecture and things like that, but I'm just going for a looser, simpler sort of feel. Notice how I've not painted every bit of every brick on the building. That's something as well that you can do to simplify buildings. Just give the overall impression of a few bricks here and there. In fact, I'll probably cover this. I'll probably go over again with a darker tone for the building, because this side is on quite a lot of shadow, or at least on the reference that's what it's quite dark. So just wanted to add a few darks on the ridge, and then further to the left it sort of lightens out, so that gives an appearance of distance. These mountains are receding into the distance. And I've just added another layer to the roof. There's a nice red roof that I wanted to make the most of in this scene. It's really quite interesting when you paint with watercolour, the sort of things that you learn as you sort of develop your skill, as you find your style. Although I don't know quite yet what my style is. I seem to think it changes from each subject to another. Each and every painting I have a different sort of approach. I don't know, it's kind of hard to identify your style. If you do have one, let me know in the comments if what sort of style you have, if you found your style, if you know what sort of things you like to paint, then just drop that in a comment and let me know. But I do like tight paintings, but I do prefer to go loose, especially with watercolor. It's such a lovely medium to practice, and just to get all the different sort of effects that it offers, which you can't get in any other medium. So I'm just really sort of experimenting, just practicing and just trying different techniques and seeing what works and what doesn't. And again, if things fail, then it's not the end of the world. It's only a piece of paper. It's the things that you learn on that paper that are more important, and not necessarily the painting itself. So not every painting is going to come out as you want it to, or a piece of a masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination. But the most important thing is just to get that time and to use your time to just put paint down and learn. So I'm still learning myself. I have been painting for a long time, but still, it's been difficult. It's not been easy to get where I am, but I'm just constantly trying. It's practice and practice and practice. I mentioned last week in my last video, I did mention the watercolour challenge, which has just come back on TV. That's the watercolour challenge on channel 5. I'm actually watching it on catch up on my phone. I'm quite enjoying that at the moment, so it's something that I remember watching as a kid. and just being fascinated by the way watercolour artists, just how they use the pen and just come up with these really nice paintings. So I think my fascination with watercolour started around that time, as well as seeing a Cornish artist by the name of Alwyn Crawshaw. That was where I first desired to start painting. I always liked painting, well, drawing at school. I was always quite good. And it was when I saw Alwyn Crawshaw, I bought my first watercolour set. So Watercolour Challenge was on around the same time, and it's just nice to have it back on TV. Lots of different amateur artists painting. So for those in the UK, if you have access to Channel 5, then I do recommend that. There's actually an artist going to be on there called John Harrison, which I've seen a few YouTube videos. So he's a fantastic artist, and it's going to be nice to see someone that you know from around YouTube. So I'm coming to the end of this painting. There's not really too much more to be done. Just adding a few dots of the opaque paint in the foreground just to add a little bit of interest. Break the scene up a little bit. There's a lot of green. I just wanted to just go over that green. Now it is a little bit different, this one. Let me know if you like it. It's not really the sort of painting that I do normally paint. I have gone quite heavy with the building and the sort of foreground. So it's more of an opaque looking, maybe a gouache or, sort of painting. It's not got the softness and the transparency of watercolour. I think the more layers you add, the less transparent it becomes. And so I found that in this painting, that's what's happened. But, it's just one of those things. I wanted to capture this, and this is the way this painting has gone. So there we have it with the clean border, as I remove the tape. And so there we have it. I hope you like this painting. Feel free to have a go. Try something like this yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video next week. Take care. Bye bye.